Hey everybody, it's Friday. That means it's time for another question and another answer with Ask Octopus. Today we're versioning our releases. The question is, can I use the date as the release number? This is a pretty common versioning strategy. Let's take a look at how you would do it in Octopus. I'm back in my Azure Blob Storage project, and you can see from my previous releases I'm using the default version strategy that comes on a project when you first create it. You can change the version template by going to Settings, and it's under the Release Versioning section. By default, Octopus will use the last major and the last minor portions of the previous release number and then increment the patch number to create the new version. So that's why when you first create one with the default, it's 001. The next one would be 002. If you ever update either of the first two numbers, it would start using those going forward. And those aren't the only template values you can use. We have some information here with examples. We also have a documentation page that covers some of this with more examples. But to answer the question for the day, I want to take a look at this one here. So with this format, instead of using the major, the minor, or the patch numbers, it's going to use the current year, month, and day. So we can replace this and paste in that value. Now there is one other thing that I would add to this, which is a .i on the end, and that's going to give you an increment. That .i will automatically be replaced with an incremented value similar to that next.patch that we had before. The reason you want to add this is if you do multiple releases in a day, you'd want the release numbers to be automatically unique. If you left that .i off and only had the date formats, every time you create a second or third release on the same day, they'd have the same number and you would have to manually change it. You can avoid that with the .i. Let's take a look at creating a release now and see what that looks like. So you can see it's pulled in the current date with a .i, and if I save this, it's going to be 2020.10.15.0. If I create another release, same thing. It's got the same format there. That .i stays there, but if we click save again, it will be .1 on the end. And tomorrow will be 2020.10.16.0. That's how you can use the current date in the release number. Check the details below for more links to the documentation and examples. Do you have a question about how to use Octopus? Email advice@octopus.com and somebody from our team will get you an answer. You might even see it on a future episode. Thanks for watching. Happy deployments.